Recovery from drug addiction is possible if we understand why we start using and how drug use develops. Most people start using drugs recreationally, but very often it becomes a way of managing feelings, both pushing aside discomfort, distress, and disappointment, and promising short-term pleasure. Powerful drugs like cocaine and heroin are particularly likely to become tangled up like this in the most intimate aspects of our personal experience. So the problem with addiction is that, in addition to the strong, physically addictive qualities of many drugs, they become destructively associated with the regulation of our emotional lives. This can become so extreme that without drugs, life seems empty, fearful, and desperate. The route to recovery begins with the recognition not only of the physical addiction, but also our emotional dependency. We can, with suitable professional help, wean ourselves off the physical addiction, but to avoid the desire to relapse, we need to learn how to manage our emotional lives. One aspect of this is to find new commitments to the world, in terms of people, causes, and culture. Finding sources of fulfillment, contentment, and pleasure that will, in time, provide a more solid basis for a rich life well lived. As the old adage says, the opposite of addiction is connection. Equally, however, we need to relearn how to manage discomfort and distress, and to self-regulate better without the need for constant, destructive forms of self-soothing. These negative forms of displacement and self-soothing are common to other forms of addiction, such as gambling, sex addiction, alcohol, and anger. In each case, the fundamental way through to becoming clean is to understand. Changing ourselves can be part of changing the world, and it begins with seeing ourselves clearly.